Often online teaching is viewed as coursework completed at one's own pace and without a typical classroom experience. This may be accurate, however, online courses do not always have to follow the norm. It came to our attention that, here at UW-Whitewater, there is actually an alternative form of learning aside from just the standard classroom setting or an objective-based online course. It's called Second Life. To learn more, we opted to talk to Chris Calvert-Minor, the trendsetter of Second Life here at UW-Whitewater.
Second Life was made in 2003, so it's been around for a little more than a decade. And there's avatars, there's houses, castles, any kind of sim you can think, any kind of a reality you can think of is probably there. So Whitewater, we bought an island, and on the island I developed it quite a bit. It has some classrooms where I teach my introduction to philosophy course. If someone wants to make it, and they do make it, they can make it in Second Life. And then you can go there. A lot of places are open to the public.
This interactive experience involves students meeting for class at set time periods, just like an ordinary course in the classroom. The difference between Second Life and discussion forum-based courses online is that students have that feeling of togetherness in Second Life.
And just like so I have an introduction to philosophy course I teach, and students, we come to class, and I come to class, and we do it together face to face. Second Life, it's the same thing, except that we come face to face, but in a virtual environment. I have my avatar, they have their avatars, we come together in this kind of classroom, and we do class just like we would do in face to face.
In addition, there is a group chat sidebar that allows for continuous flow of conversation, brainstorming, and questions to be addressed by the professor. When asked about flexibility, the associate professor of philosophy had this to say.
Some people really find in online education, what's really nice about it is the flexibility. That's not quite the flexibility in Second Life. I usually teach in the summer, and we usually meet during not night, but like a 5:30 to 6:50. So about an hour and 20 or so, 3 days a week. But it is kind of a set time.
Although it may seem like a downfall, the goal of Second Life is to be the next best option to face-to-face learning. Chris claims beneficial thinking cannot take place without some sort of interacting, questioning, brainstorming, and the like taking place.
And there's something to, all right, we're going to do it now. We're going to do it here. I think people pay attention more. A lot of students like having a little bit of direction too, just like anyone. It doesn't have to be a student, but even a professor. It's nice to just, okay, here we have certain times where we're going to really crank through the material. I'm not a big fan of other online forms of teaching where they're asynchronous, so they're not together, and neither the teacher nor the students really feel like they're ever together. In fact, when I was first approached, when I ever want to do a philosophy course in online, I was like, shit, no. How would you do a discussion course where you're just doing discussion forums and it's so apersonal, impersonal, and but then I thought, well, Second Life. Second Life is, I describe it as a nice halfway house. If one's going to do it online, one has to do it online and not face to face. This is, right now the next best thing.
As far as grading and attendance goes, everything has seemed to stay relatively the same between Second Life and Chris's classroom instruction. Currently, there are only a few courses offered in Second Life here at Whitewater, but Chris hopes to change that. Online courses can take weeks to set up. In Second Life, you can be on your way in under 1 week. Lastly, for any student who prefers taking courses online, seize the opportunity and expand your learning to new levels. Who knows, maybe you might just pick up a skill or two in the process. I had the opportunity to experience Second Life and see what it was all about. As a student who has taken generic online courses before, it didn't take long before I was sold. If you still need more convincing, stop by Laurentide Hall and talk to Chris for more information. Second Life can positively transform your perspective on learning. This is Mohamed Ahmed-Yahia with UWW-TV signing off.